Hello, everybody. Here we are, and we have a unique guest today. I won't call her special. You are special, but I mean, like, you're still part of the team, but she doesn't get to be on the show as much. But Anna is away in Europe, traveling throughout Poland and Paris, and we hope she's having a great time. But Michelle is here today, so you guys get to meet Michelle, our other teammate that we talk about that you never see. She's like Snuffleupagus.
Yeah, and super special apparently.
Super special. There you go. So today we are talking about the cocktail, The Gem, and we're talking about hidden gem towns in southern Alberta. So these are those little towns that you can get great deals on, that are amazing to live in, but you don't normally think about when you're looking at your purchases.
And there's a lot of them.
There is a lot of them. You know, it's pretty cool, and when you start hearing about the differences town to town, you'll see why. But let's do what the most important thing is of course, starting with the cocktail. So we're going to start with our shaker full of ice, nice and full, and we're doing the gem. So we're going with our 1 ounce of cognac.
Oh, I'm excited to try this one.
It's always yummy. Our 1 ounce of Jamaican rum. Actually, it's not always yummy. We've had some cocktails that are not so yummy, I'll be honest.
But do you say that on the show?
Oh, yeah. We're honest. And then, now this is pineapple syrup. So what I did with pineapple syrup was I took pineapple juice, threw in a bunch of sugar, boiled it and reduced it on the stove, and made myself some pineapple syrup. So super easy to do, and that's 1/2 ounce. So it doesn't take a lot of like really sophisticated ingredients. If you can't find a syrup ever, what you always do is just make it yourself. 3/4 of lime juice. Anna's not here, so we're not freshly squeezing it. She's always such a stickler for freshly squeezed juices.
That's amazing.
And our bitters. And now it says shake it for 8 to 10 seconds. So you have to dance, because usually Anna dances when I shake.
Okay, I could do that.
Okay, how do you... I don't know. I actually think she might have won Anna on the dancing competition.
Oh, I'll win anybody on a dancing competition.
So, Anna, you had to watch that dance. I hope you see this.
And I didn't even know that was coming. I wasn't prepared.
You weren't prepared at all. Okay, so we're straining it into our fancy coupe glasses. And watch these coupe glasses, because we are going to be giving away a set of this exact same coupe glass for our next show. So, because today is the last day to like, love, and share our show to do prizes. And then you're garnishing with ground cinnamon. There. Done.
Nice.
So there you go. There's your drink.
I'll grab mine here.
Cheers. Cheers.
Slinky. It is good.
It is good. I'm actually amazed how much the pineapple comes out in that. I didn't think the pineapple syrup with only 1/2 ounce would have such like a distinct flavor to it. This is actually really, really good. But this would be more of a after dinner drink.
Yeah, definitely. I'm getting summer vibes, even though it has things like cinnamon in it. Yeah. I thought it would be like a fall drink, but it's summery, I think. Or maybe the fall. Maybe the fall.
It's a pretty sophisticated drink, though. Like, I don't know if that's just the coupe glass. It is pretty fancy. Look at that.
This is nice after, you're in one of those towns in Alberta. You go for a walk on an autumn day, and then you come back with like a blanket. Yeah, that's what it is. And then you drink this. That's what it is.
There you go.
Yeah.
This is your end of the night drink. So that probably means that Clint will get one this evening. Plus we have lots of pineapple syrup left.
Yeah. And it is good.
And it's good. All right. So now we go on, and we're now going to talk about hidden gem towns. So what was your favorite hidden gem town that you were kind of surprised about, that you didn't know about?
Oh, well, I think my favorite hidden gem town is probably, Black Diamond.
Black Diamond? Okay, talk about it. It's now called Diamond Valley.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They changed the name?
Black Diamond and... it was Black Diamond and Turner Valley have now merged into Diamond Valley.
Oh, okay. Well, news to me. When did that happen?
A couple years ago.
Oh, God. Okay. I'm behind on that one. Anyways, I love the scenery that it has around it. When I'm driving down to somewhere like Fernie, the views are absolutely beautiful. You get like the rolling hills, and then you also get the mountain views as you're driving down there. And then the town is just super quaint, but it's still really cute. It has some really cute restaurants and things like that. And then the farmland around there is stunning. So that's why I like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Anna is watching and she says hello to Michelle, our special guest. All right. So the one that I always love that people don't realize is, and I know it wouldn't be if you're living in Calgary and you want to be close to Calgary and you need to commute to Calgary and all that kind of stuff, but honestly, Lethbridge. A lot of people overlook Lethbridge, but Lethbridge is probably one of the few towns in Alberta that does not rely on oil and gas. They actually have a huge shipping market of shipping things with trucks and trucking and shipping and all that kind of stuff going down to the border and back. So the Lethbridge market is an incredibly great market to invest in because it has a very stable real estate economy because of the fact that it doesn't rely on oil and gas. That trucking industry going through Lethbridge is such a big business. It gives you a nice, strong, stable, slow and steady growth. So I'm a big fan of Lethbridge. Now, when you're thinking of Lethbridge, this is the other thing that's great about Lethbridge is your average home price is $375 to $475 to purchase in Lethbridge. So you're way below Calgary averages. So you know what? Maybe if you can't make a go of it in Calgary, if you're trying to find something that you can invest in or that you can live in, that you can afford, Lethbridge has that lower cost of living and a very stable economy and a great jobs market. Mm-hmm. The other thing that Lethbridge has, obviously, is it's super close to the border. So if you want to jot down into the U.S., I don't know if people want that anymore right now, but if you do, you can because it's so close.
Another thought about Lethbridge too is the post-secondary. So when you said buying a place in Lethbridge, I immediately thought buying a rental or something like that because you have all those university students going down there. So that could be a good reason as well. Again,
all great reasons to purchase in Lethbridge if you're looking for an investment or if you're looking to relocate somewhere that has that lower cost of living where you can afford to purchase. And again, that slow, steady growth really does help. Now, if you're looking at staying in the Calgary area, obviously, I'm always telling people to consider Airdrie. Airdrie usually does have about a 10% cost saving. So if you're looking at something for, let's say, $500 in Airdrie, or sorry, $500 in Calgary, you're going to find it for about $450 in Airdrie. Now, those margins are shrinking as people are realizing that Airdrie is becoming more and more affordable, and unfortunately, that's losing that affordability. But it is an only 10-minute highway drive from the north end of Calgary into Airdrie, and it has a ton of amenities. The average home price in Airdrie, though, is $475 to $570, which is a lot better than Calgary, because Calgary's average home price right now is $629. So you do see that cost savings. It is a little bit cheaper. It does have a ton of amenities, and it is a super quick drive into Calgary. Mm-hmm. But let's talk about one that if you went a little bit further, what would be another one? If you went a little bit further with a little bit greater cost savings.
I'm going to go with Pincher Creek.
Pincher Creek's about 2 hours away.
Yeah, so it is. Yeah, it is.
It's too far away for commute. What about Carstairs?
Commute you're talking about. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I was thinking if you wanted to go. I was thinking if you wanted to go further away. My mind obviously goes to the mountains because I'm a mountain girl, and so that's why when you said if you went farther away, I was like Pincher Creek because
Pincher Creek is amazing.
Yeah, and 100%. You have close access to the mountains. It's affordable. The houses are around the $350 to $430 range, and then you have all the outdoor activities that I love: the hiking, mountain biking, skiing, all motorsports, all that kind of stuff close by.
Absolutely, and great amenities. There's a Walmart there. There's a Home Depot there. Mm-hmm. Tons of amazing, great amenities inside Pincher Creek. And believe it or not, huge for hunting, and believe it or not, huge for movies. Movies actually get shot a lot in Pincher Creek.
Okay.
Super weird. The areas around it is perfect, I guess, for movie sets, so they have a big movie industry in Pincher Creek.
Okay.
Now, if you have to commute into Calgary for work or whatever, and you need to save that proximity, Carstairs is the one that I was thinking of and hoping that you would bring up. But that's $390 to $450 is what you're looking at in Carstairs. Now, Carstairs still has a good amount of amenities. It's really only within 30 minutes. And if you're going to drive 30 minutes in rush hour traffic, why not drive 30 minutes in highway traffic? Mm-hmm. Because the highway, what's nice about the highway is realistically there's no stoplights. So you don't have to stop and go isn't there where you would find that inside Calgary. So Carstairs, $390 to $450, great amenities, 30 minutes on the highway, and you're in Calgary, and you've got a much nicer house for a lot less money. Cost of living is different. obviously, you know, you may not have like as big attraction to so many other things, but you do get that cost of living savings that you're looking for. And by the way, Anna has texted in saying on the show that she's having a old fashioned with Jack Daniels. I hope it's a high quality Jack Daniels. Oh my God. Come on, Anna, do better.
Yeah, step it up.
Exactly. Better. It better be high quality Jack Daniels. All right.
So another area too is Didsbury, and
Didsbury is amazing.
Yeah, that's another it's a very quaint town, very cute. Again, the farmland out there is beautiful. Some really reasonable acreages going up there, and then the average home price there is $400 to $475.
Absolutely.
So still a great savings, and you're still, you are a little bit further, but not too much further.
No, only 15 minutes further.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So you can easily come back to Airdrie or Calgary. So.
Tons of amenities. Innisfil, only 20 minutes from Calgary. 20 minutes from Red Deer, an hour and a half from Calgary. So you got the Red Deer amenities. You can still get into Calgary. You can kind of go on both. That's $340 to $410. So imagine that, $340 to $410 for the average home price. 20 minutes to Red Deer. Red Deer is a huge growing town, believe it or not. It is actually a huge growing town. It's expected to see some of the greatest growth price in Alberta in 2025. Mm-hmm. I don't know why Red Deer, but hey, again, great markets. But Innisfil, $340 to $410. You can find a very reasonable house in Innisfil and still be pretty close to some major centers and major amenities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then also Stettler, so that's a little bit further away again, about an hour and a half from Calgary.
1.5 from Red Deer, 2.5 from Calgary.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
No, it's okay. Stettler's still a great city, great town.
Yeah, and the prices there around $310 to $375, so even more, getting very reasonable there.
Yeah, and then Natin. Actually, a lot of people overlook Natin. I love Natin for their art, for their antique scene. They got a great little kind of candy shop down there, growing. It's a good little town. I drive through it all the time going to the Crow's Nest Pass. Mm-hmm. Love Natin. Natin is another amazing town. $380 to $460, only 45 minutes from Calgary. Super close to High River, which still has a ton of amenities. So you really would only come into Calgary if you need like the big, huge box stores in downtown Calgary. You can get everything you need from Natin, Alberta in High River, because High River really has grown to be a pretty big center that you shouldn't really need to go past.
Yeah, totally.
But High River.
Yeah, High River. I love High River. I've actually done a few permits out in the foothills community, but of course when you're doing anything in the foothills, you have to go to the municipality of High River, and so I've done actually a few projects out there, and they're great to work with out there, which I really love. And the downtown core, if you can call it, again, it's very small, but there's some really good restaurants, some really cute old brick buildings. You feel like you're going back in time in High River. And there's some really beautiful parks right in the downtown area of there. So,
and their average price is $440 to $520. So again, when you're looking at Calgary, $629, you can save hundreds of thousands of dollars just going 45 minutes south of Calgary to High River. Okay, but here's my favorite one, Vulcan. Vulcan I love. I used to go to Vulcan all the time as a little kid. My mom had her old family farm just outside of there, and my aunt and uncle lived just outside of Vulcan. It was amazing. They have a huge, obviously, Star Trek following. It is an amazing little town. It is 1.5 hours southeast of Calgary. Average home price, $325 to $375. And if you like Star Trek, Vulcan. Yes.
Don't ask me.
It's Star Trek. You need to take a look at Vulcan. Again, it's got a slower pace of life, but the town has modest increases in home sales, and it's a wonderful place to live. And if you don't need to rush into Calgary, you've got a lot of different places that you can take a look at that are looking at like going into High River and stuff like that. You can lead a slower paced life, but have amazing price point for purchases. And you can live in the town of Vulcan, which if you're a Star Trek fan is so cool. Sorry.
Had
really
no
like
idea.
StarCraft. I loved Vulcan. There used to be, my mom, when we used to go down there, there was this old hotel in Vulcan that had been shut down for a long time. And of course, we as kids always wanted to go climb inside it and climb inside the old shut down hotel in Vulcan. So, but yeah, and then actually, sorry, you had brought up Diamond Valley. Diamond Valley, one thing that we found interesting about Diamond Valley. So the average home price in Calgary is $629, but Diamond Valley actually was around $500 to $600. So it was interesting because there still is a cost savings because we're looking at our average home price. But it was interesting in the fact that it wasn't a huge savings, but it shows how desirable that town is.
Yeah.
I can tell you as someone who's ridden my road bike from Calgary over there, it's an amazing bike ride.
Yeah.
But still, it does make a big difference on what you can expect when you're looking at value versus distance.
Yeah, definitely. And I think those towns, they still get a lot of people attracted there just for, again, it's on the way to Fernie, which is a big destination for us Calgarians. And they do have a lot of really cute amenities. There's really cute pubs down there.
Absolutely.
There's breweries, distilleries. There's the best beef jerky that you can get in Longview that I've ever had.
Longview is famous for its beef jerky.
Yeah. And like I said before, you really can't beat the views and stuff like that down there. So you get a lot of motorcyclists in the summer.
Yep.
Doing little rides down there.
Motorcyclists, they're called bikers.
Oh. My bad. Yeah.
Sorry, I have this debate with my husband all the time about bikers because he rides a motorcycle and I ride a bicycle, so bikers. We actually do fight about this all the time. Who's the real biker?
Yeah, who's the real biker?
I think mine takes more effort. He just gets on a bike and goes boom, boom.
Yeah, you're the biker.
I'm the biker. I'm way tougher than you.
Yeah, exactly. I'd like to see some of those guys that have motorcycles jump onto a road bike.
Exactly. Well, I have seen him on a road bike. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But those are our hidden gems around southern Alberta that you can take a look at and consider. Just because you have to work in Calgary does not mean you have to live in Calgary. There are a lot of ways that you can save money, that you can find a house. So I'm a big fan, and I'll be honest, as someone who was homeless at 15, didn't have a high school diploma, doesn't have post-secondary, you can break down barriers. It just takes a different mindset of stopping letting things limit you. You can just do what you want to do. You just have to find out how. And that's a big belief in me. It's not a matter of if, it's always a matter of when. It's not a matter of if I can accomplish it. It's a matter of when I can accomplish it and how I can accomplish it. And it is the same thing with home ownership. I bought my first house when I was 21 years old. It wasn't ideal. It was on leasehold land, all that kind of stuff. It didn't have the greatest rate of return. But you know what? I got a house. I owned something. And maybe taking that 45-minute drive outside of Calgary or 30-minute drive outside of Calgary to get into home ownership, that is what's going to get you into the market and eventually maybe into Calgary, into your most desirable home, into the house that you dream of, all that kind of stuff. Because all I can tell you is there is no way in this market that staying outside of it is going to get you ever in the market. You will never save and invest enough money fast enough to keep up with the growth of Calgary home prices.
No, that's a really great
100%.
Really great point. Yeah.
So, thank you so much. Oh, sorry.
Oh, the prize, of course. Can't forget that.
Okay, last show. Like, love, share us on all your social media to win. Explain it, Vanna.
Oh, it's a cocktail smoker kit. So it looks like you smoke these little wood chips, and then how do you put the smoke into the cup though? Once you
put this little thing on top, and that comes with that little thing.
And then the smoke goes down first.
It fills the whole cup.
Oh, okay.
Look at the back.
Oh yeah, I see now. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right, here, I'll show you the back. I want to see this thing in action.
I've got one. I'll show it to you.
All right, we're making another cocktail after this.
Smoky.
Smoky cocktail.
All right, so like, love, share a show on all the social medias. Every single time you like, love, share, our show, comment on it, anything like that, you get entered into the draw, and the next show is exactly when we draw for it. So you only have 7 days left. Don't miss out. Like, love, share, all that kind of stuff. We want to see you entered in to win this amazing cocktail smoker kit. But remember, next show, this is a set of 4 that we are giving away. This is the prize for April. Mm-hmm. Not the ones we're using. Obviously, we have a whole set that we haven't opened yet. But that's what you can get. And on our next week, we are doing the capital. And we're talking about capital gains, myth versus truth. And this is a huge deal right now, especially with the fact, so we actually planned this show well in advance. But the fact that this is actually coming up when it's coming up is huge because of the fact that we had a law that was introduced and never passed regarding capital gains on houses that we're going to talk about. And now we have a government, an election, where it's become a political issue in the election. And we're going to talk to you about how that's going to work out. So we're going to explain to you the timing couldn't be more perfect on capital gains on houses, myth versus truth.
Mm-hmm. So if you're a homeowner or an investor, definitely jump on next time.
Yes. Now, most importantly, like, love, share our show. But if you know of anyone looking to buy or sell real estate in the next 6 to 12 months, please make sure to call myself, Anna, or Michelle in regards to Rob Moser and Associates. We want to help you. Even, it doesn't require obligation. Sometimes just that sober second thought can help you out a lot. So please make sure to give us a call. We want to help. We want to make sure you make good decisions. It actually, I think it is a value of our entire team. Like that whole value of, we just want to be here to help. Mm-hmm. And we believe that giving starts the receiving process, but it's not an obligation. So please feel free to give us a call, ask us, refer us to your friends and family who have questions, talk to anyone, like, love, and share our show, and we will see you next week when we talk about capital gains.
I'm going to be on that, or I'm going to be watching that one.
You could be on it.
Sure.
All right. See you later.
I'll be there.